today. Let's see what's going on. Who's going to win the tip? And it goes to Portugal.
Here we go. I wouldn't say I'm superstitious, but I'm a little stitious because normally if you win the tip, you go on to win the game. But that said, we see a missed wide open three-pointer and a tiny bit of breakdown defensively there for the Swedes. It is going to be Portugal in the red, Sweden in the yellow, and a nice cut there and a big dunk.
And a beautiful dunk right there. And also, this is the first time these teams will be seeing each other. I was looking at eFIBA Season 2, and also this year going to the pre-qualifiers. So this is the first time they're going to be matching up. A lot of work is done. A nice give and go, and a beautiful dunk at the hole. Tying it up 2-2. I think Sweden is ready to go. Going on the right side. Seeing it there, no-brain Salazar. Giving on the top of the key, a little crossover with the beautiful mohawk. I like it, funky, wonky. Okay, get a little bit of pressure from Sweden, keeping that hand on the hip. You could do a little hip check right here, like back in the 90s, early 2000s. PT Creative, getting creative. Simon B. Ballin called on his name, couldn't get it, but Henry Jones, a.k.a. the law firm that was given a nickname by our own Chris Simpson. Man, I still love it.
Loves it. Here comes Henry Jones banging home a three-pointer. The big man from 45 degrees. Man, fireworks early on here. Portugal, Sweden. Look at Portugal going with the full court press fence. Nearly got the trap going as well. As we get a pull-up three from deep, that's going to miss. It's going to be Portugal back the other way.
Now, as I said before, this is best of three, a nice lay from Portugal. So you're trying to get a decisive win. So you want to get that first win so you got that cushion, because if you lose a second, you're still going to have a game three. So they're going to come out with all they got. All the guns are going to be blazing. All the artillery is going to be unloaded. They're not holding back for nothing. Sweden taking up the ball right now. And Omari, hey, we talk about his ice box where his heart used to be. Been absolutely cold. This absolutely great stream. And then a bit Bellissimo, and I think it's Violissimo, but I know it's Bellissimo. He's doing great down low.
Violissimo, he is playing the violin sarcastically for his opponents right there. With that ABBA haircut, he's been one of the dominant big men of the whole performance, right, Vince? And like we have seen time and time again, this is a great matchup right here, a mock-up matchup of the law firm, Henry James and Violissimo right there. Two big, amazing big men, I should say, on either team here, and they can be the difference between the W or the L when it comes to this level. Just got to watch out for him. And I love that it's the captain as well.
I love it's a captain. He taking over a nice deep three, unable to hit it. I'm liking this camera angle. I got some people in the chat saying this is real far. I mean, I like it as a commentator. We can see the entire court. You can't miss anything. We see all the action. Love Amari going on the right side, trying to get back on the left. Good pump fake. And then also seeing the one and only Punk shooting nice mid-range, showing his game 7-6, only trailing by one.
Very nice shot right there. And here comes Creative. Over halfway. You can see Sweden being pretty chill with the defense right there. You gotta sit in his hip pocket there like a lucky leprechaun if you want to stop those easy twos. But hey, they'll learn. They'll adjust. That's one thing. If you are just tuning in, we spoke about pre-tip-off that has been incredibly impressive about the Swedish team is their scouting, as we had a nice steal coming back the other way for Portugal. They have adjusted overnight, day to day, to make huge wins. And really scout their opponent incredibly well. So they have the ability to do that on the fly as we're getting scrappy, picking up the ball, coming back the other end, pumping the brakes, and we got a reach-in foul right there. But yeah, Sweden's ability to adjust both on the fly and then scout overnight and make adjustments, Vince, is why they're still in the final eight here and why they're going to give Portugal a run for their money.
Yeah, they are, and we're talking about being scrappy and a beautiful three right behind the arc, tying the game. Finland has perfected stealing games. They probably have the most steals throughout this tournament, and I'm pretty sure other teams are watching them trying to replicate that massively impactful defense. But Henry the Jones going out there, the law firm, giving it up back to the top of the key by violation, and that's 3 seconds. You got to be careful. You got to get as many possessions as possible if you want to come out on top in this game.
Yeah, the 1%ers are definitely going to add up. The one thing I do like about now we're back in the best of three, right, Vince, is that no more cumulative score. It's just win and you win. That's what it's all about. It's going to change the way the teams approach, in particular, the second half, and also when it comes to the scoreboard and the clock watching. I think we could actually see lower scoring games as a result, believe it or not. But I do think that best of two format that we had was really fantastic. Now we're back to this traditional best of three, which means, hey, get the win any means necessary. Fighting tooth and nail. As one free throw is going to go in, the other is going to come out. But the Swedes have a lead now for the first time in the game, Vince.
First time in the game. Let's see if they can hold it. But you know, Portugal has the firepower to bounce back. And as soon as I say it, the commentators non-curse, the announcers blessing activated. And now Portugal's up by 2. 47 seconds left in the first. And again, really quick to everybody's following, thank you so much. I see we get about 100 people there on Twitch. If you want to get your own copy of NBA 2K25, plus that link that's right in the chat. Also, we got it on YouTube as well and TikTok. Just make sure you like the post, follow FIBA. Follow at @FIBA_official, tag 3 friends, and let's see if we're going to ship you that code so you can play just like these professionals.
Ooh, and I wonder, is some young kid going to win that free copy of the game, Vince? And are we going to be commentating as he plays for his national team in the future? Those are the kind of stories I want to hear, man. We heard about that happen in other esports. Kids getting a free copy of the game, going on to be the best in the world. So that's a really cool giveaway. And as you said, I love the fact now it's multi-region.
Multi-region indeed. Now we got the USA, we got the Americas, then we got only bit. Oh, we get a little bit of contestation with some congestion underneath the rim. Great defense from Sweden. Love Amari. Get up on top of the key. You see him in the right elbow. And a foul, stopping the transition. As you see, it's a tight, real tight game. But already in the bonus, they're getting handsy.
Yeah, it is. Man, right into the bonus, yeah. They've definitely been physical. This first quarter has dragged on a tiny bit, though. Only 7 seconds left, and then it's going to reset. But the Swedish, with the swish, the sweet swish, and they had a little bit of a lead there. Now they're just going to have 1.3 seconds to make something happen. Long inbound, got to catch, got to shoot. That's going to be the end of the first quarter. Portugal by 1, pipping them at the gate.
This is what I love seeing. Very tight game. Both teams, I'm looking at scores from previous, can hit maximum 80 points from Portugal. Sweden, a little bit lower. I mean, they can hit the mid-50s. They did have 184 game against Kosovo. But now this is on pace to be about a 60, maybe 55-point game. It's really tight, one-on-one. You love these close games because when it's a one-point game, what happens?
Anything can happen. That's why I love it. Here we go. Pulling up, love Amari, and look at it. Just lead change after lead change after lead change. That's what I'm all about. I love it. And again, though, Vince, the moment not too big for this Swedish team, right? Portugal very, very good as we see him work a beautiful open 3 right there. Hit it from the car park. Not too big for him, though. And that's what I really like as we nearly get a steal off the inbound. Portugal going for that full court pressure, but again, calm, ward off a duck's back, bringing the ball up the court. Easy as you like. Vialissimo cutting. That's good D there. Big man on big man action. That's what we're here for.
Great D indeed. 17-15. See how Portugal's going to capitalize. Henry Jones. Nice little jabs at PT Creative. Beating like Michelangelo. Getting a little bit more creative, but stopped at the rim. I see you, Slinky. Getting right there. Putting the hand up. Stopping the guard from getting the layup. Going on the left side. Shuttle pass. Punt! And then a nice jam. Slammer jammer. Tying the game.
There you go. There's that repertoire from the Swedes that we were talking about. They hadn't hit him the entire first quarter. So we got a gorgeous dunk from Salazar right there. Great cut off the ball. They hadn't hit the baseline cut the entire first quarter, and then out of nowhere, now the Portuguese players have to be hip to it. They got to be aware of it. How's it going to impact their defense as Schulten kicks it back out to Antek? Working it over to Love Amari. This is better defense from Portugal, though. There's that help. Big man on big man, kicking it back out. Shot clock ticking down. Got to have it. Fade away from the shoulder. It rims out, and everybody, 4 players crashing the boards for Portugal, come back the other way. Portugal, if they weren't taking the Swedes seriously before, they definitely are now, Vince, as they come back the other end, and that's a 5-point lead and a little mental timeout here for the Swedes just to get back on track.
Paired with a nice little 24-footer, keeping that pinky toe right behind the line. Knocking down that three, stroking the green. Get into 22-17, 2:52 left in the second. Sweden trying to get it in, but again, as you're saying, the suffocating full court defense. And also, shout out to Max. I see you on the stream going, go Sweden. I think Sweden has this little fam hashtag. I don't know what it means, but I like that family.
There we go, Swedish House Mafia. Let's get it. And like you said, Vince, as we see 𝐒𝐫𝐲𝐫𝐲 pull up and drain a three, sometimes that difference between a 2 and a 3 near the line can be a pedicure. So they're really playing it tight down the side. And here comes Henry. Oh, what do we have there? Traveling. That is our first travel of the streams this week, Vince. We're playing 2K Bingo. We can finally tick off traveling. We are yet to see the foot violation. We don't even know if it's possible.
Don't even know it's possible. We're going to see Sweden trying to keep control, trying to get the antidote. They're trying to get a nice little pass to the corner. Slinky giving it up, little hot potato. Unselfish, and anytime to get almost for a give and go. And that will be a blocking foul.
Ooh.
Didn't have his feet set. So Sweden will take it in bounds.
Yeah, and honestly, these block and charge foul, the charge foul is really hard to get in 2K25, isn't it? You need to just time that absolutely perfectly. You're talking about some of the best players in the world. I'm really liking the disciplined Portuguese defense, though. You can see the Swedes with the pick and roll are trying to draw in the help man on the baseline as 𝐒𝐫𝐲𝐫𝐲 gets an off-balance, low-percentage shot. They'll be happy with that, the Portuguese. And what do we have here? A traveling violation from Henry Jones again, and you can see his teammates trolling him a little bit. With the 𝐒𝐮𝐬𝐲𝐬. That is back-to-back traveling violations. Big man, you can only take 2 steps with the ball. What are you doing as we see a gorgeous two-handed tomahawk dunk right there. Eat your heart out.
Eat your heart out indeed. But 𝐇𝐞𝐫𝐞, you know him. He's magnificent with the ball handling, trying to get a way to illustrate a masterpiece, but unable to knock it down. Sweden going down right now. 𝐒𝐫𝐲𝐫𝐲 been trying his best to control his team. Tying at 22. Going left to right, big win. 𝐒𝐿𝐵𝐿, unable to knock it down. He missed the crib.
Well, that is probably more about really good Portuguese defense as we see a wide open three. A drop in the bucket, as it were, right there. Gorgeous shot from Portugal. Just, again, really, really good defense both ends. But that shows you right there, doesn't it? If you take 1 second, one play off at this level, these teams are going to punish you. As we see another well-worked open three right there. Just couldn't quite stroke that one green. So both teams really pushing each other offensively, defensively. The exact kind of matchup we wanted as 𝐇𝐞𝐫𝐞 climbs the ladder. And it looked like he was sitting on Henry Jones's shoulder right there. That was like a Hallmark card. That was fantastic. And Portugal extend this 5-point lead once again. We got 34 to play in the first half. Massive dunk there from 𝐒𝐿𝐵𝐿.
Don't you worry, child. See, heaven got a dunk for you. That was massive indeed. Keeping the lead to 3, but then going for another crazy offensive rebound. Henry Jones gets a little knocked out. And also shout out to Max saying that Lil Mix is the organization in Sweden they play for, and the hashtag is Little Fam. Thank you so much for joining us. We're trying to spread the word all around Sweden, and we do love our Swedish over there. Hopefully we get to see you again, because we were in Jönköping. Really appreciate you coming through the stream.
And the hospitality in Jönköping was really nice, wasn't it, Vince? I remember our first night walking around that beautiful town as we see a gorgeous cut and dunk right there from 𝐒𝐿Ton, dropping it in with only 3.5 to play. It's really good for Sweden to get back into this one. Corner three is going to go in, the buzzer beater with the 𝐒𝐿𝐵𝐿. 0.3 seconds left, and Portugal punished the Spanish. We got 2 bombers activated right here. First half in the books. Tight as you like, mate. Henry Jones has 3 3-pointers, Vince. The law firm banging it home, making it look easy. Here he goes again. Shout out to the production crew getting these replays ready immediately. And just, man, it's just been a really good game. These are the games I love to call with you, Vince. These highly contested matches between juggernauts in the world of 2K. I'm loving every second of it.
I said Portugal may be dancing a little bit, doing a little samba, even though that's from Brazil. It's in Carnival in Portugal, but they're celebrating a little bit too soon. I understand you knocked down that 3, but you still got another game after this, maybe one more after. So it's not over. It is best of 3, 30-26. Portugal is in the lead, but as you can see, you gotta be careful. 𝐿𝐵𝐼𝐺𝐼 trying to get some ankles. Great defense from Portugal. The red and green showing some meanness, but in that corner, unable to knock the 3. Now it's going down for Portugal.
I loved that shot selection. I love that defense. There's nothing wrong there at all whatsoever. These two teams are just pushing each other so far. Really, really fun. Gorgeous drive there from PT Creative. I think that is something that we are going to see a lot more of down the stretch here from Portugal in the tournament, Vince. They were going to take their 3s when they're on offer, but the further they advance, the tighter that defense is going to get. PT Creative's ability to drive and just create points from nothing like that, that might be the difference maker. As Portugal now have a 6-point lead here, but we know the Swedes, gamer mode activated there for 𝐿𝐵𝐼𝐺𝐼 sitting forward in the chair, right? He is the gamer mode meme right now. They are not going to panic. They've been up to the task so far, so good in the tournament as 𝐿𝐵𝐼𝐺𝐼 works into open space and makes the insanely difficult look easy, as these star players always do.
Bada boom. I see you, Omari. Trying to be like Omari. Our next matchup is going to be Italy versus Germany, and a nice little float to the basket. 34-29. Also, shout out to X Malone saying that both teams will go to the Philippines. No, out of the final 8 teams that are in the Europe region, the last 2, so the first and second place, will punch their ticket to go to the Philippines. So out of the 8, the last 2. So this is just a quarterfinals. We got to go to the semifinals, and a great dive to the basket. Trailing by 3. Sweden still in this game.
And Vince, we should point out as well, the grand final will be played. It's not like we're going to stop when we have the final 2 teams. And that was something that was interesting. A few people in chat, like, do you even need to bother if we're sending 2? Well, in the hotel in 𝐿𝐵𝐼𝐺𝐼, Sweden, as we see a gorgeous 3 dropped in there. Last year, you remember, right, Vince? That meant the world to the players. They wanted to show up knowing that they had the #1 seed out of Europe. Every single time you can take a psychological advantage over your opponents, you're going to. That's exactly what they wanted. So we will have a 1 and 2 seed, and it will also have an impact, I believe, on schedule at the World Finals. Great defense here from Sweden, coming back the other way. It's a 6-point lead, a gorgeous dunk right there. Kind of Charles Barkley-esque one-hander, don't you think, Vince? And Sweden making a game out of this one.
Slinky in a blinky was able to get down the court again with that great slam. Also, shout out to Stru North saying 𝐿𝐵𝐼𝐺𝐼 is not only being a great player, but also a great friend. I mean, we see him in the chat. We see him also in that beautiful camera view to the right, Sweden, and then also Henry Jones to the left. And it's good to see that friends are supporting everyone here when it comes to eFIBA Season 3. Thank you so much for that shout out, North. You're a GOAT for that one.
Yeah, big time. And viewership up across all platforms, right? It's not just our beautiful voices, your beautiful face that people can see, Vince. We've also got local casters, rebroadcasting in local languages to sometimes tens of thousands of viewers. It's been really, really fun. I think Instagram is going crazy. Don't forget about the giveaway as well, guys. You can win a copy of 2K25 all around the world, all regions. So yeah, this tournament for me, Vince, has been the biggest and best yet, and a lot of fun, a lot of participation from the crowd, maybe more than any other time. And I think the World Finals in 𝐿𝐵𝐼𝐺𝐼, Sweden, and the $50,000 prize pool last year really grabbed the world's attention as we see a nice drive and dunk. I thought it was going to be an and one right there, gliding to the hoop, Clyde the Clyde Drexler style right there. Yeah, this tournament is now well and truly on the map, right, mate? And chat, we love you guys, so keep it coming.
All right, like I said, 1 out of 3 nations participating. Hopefully in Season 4, we got 1 out of 2 nations, which would be absolutely insane to have half the world try their best to be crowned eFIBA World Champ, because NBA 2K has been growing every single year. 2K24, great game. 2K25, trying to get better. I can't even imagine with 2K26, and a great 3 by Sweden going to 42-39. And also, let me shout out our women. WNBA has been growing. The women's college basketballs are going. So also, you don't got to be a man to participate in. Last year on the USA team, we had one of the few female players to be competing on the level of NBA 2K and eFIBA. So my ladies, let me see you ball. It's about the sticks right there. Let's see if you're good at PS5 or Xbox to show your skills.
Big time, Vince. Couldn't agree more, mate. And we got Bomber activated on 𝐿𝐵𝐼𝐺𝐼 at exactly the right time. 40 seconds here left as we see 𝐿𝐵𝐼𝐺𝐼 with the take it back, throw it down. He showed off the ball and then threw it through the hoop right there. Gorgeous dunk, keeping it within touching distance. But yeah, Henry James for me has been the difference. Is No-Brain Salazar's going to find an open three. And right now, you leave him that wide open, it's definitely going in. A gorgeous shot. Henry, the law firm James, now has, if I'm not mistaken, Vince, 5 3-pointers. That's 15 points.
Yep, 15 points, and he's rocking it, he's locking it, and now you're seeing there's a revamp. There's 20 seconds left in the third, and Portugal is going to another gear. But don't forget, you still have more games to play today. So just take your time, hold this league, and then that fourth quarter, get that full burst, take a glass of water, and then come back in the second game so you can solidify your advancement. But again, it is best of 3. Sweden ain't going nowhere. They're showing a great case of unpredictability. I thought that was going to go in, but still trailing by 7.
And yeah, I did as well. Activated, and by his standards, that's open as we get a reach-in foul right here. So it's going to be the inbound play with 3.2 seconds left. Trying to work an open shot. Got to have it. Out of time. That'll be the end of the third. It's Portugal, 7 points in the lead here. 1 quarter away from taking victory in game number 1. The Swedes have not shied away at all whatsoever. I'm sure they're going to be up to the task here. Henry Jones, mate, has been phenomenal so far. As you see, open 3 worked right there again. Sweden have just got to get a little stickier. Got to defend them like they're in a phone booth out there on the perimeter. But we know as soon as you start to do that, 𝐷𝐞𝐫𝐞 is going to take your ankles and drive it to the lane and take the 2 points that are on offer. So it's not an easy task here that the Swedes have. Down by 10 against probably the most informed team, maybe second only to Turkey, right, Vince, in the entire tournament. But they got to keep doing exactly that, chipping away at the lead. How do you eat an elephant? 1 bite at a time, 1 step at a time here. Here comes 𝐷𝐞𝐫𝐞. Henry Jones. No-Brain Salazar, one of those ironic names, finds Jones, who misses. A rare miss for him, but a great ball there from Simon B. Bowling. Good teamwork with the tip drill from Portugal. 𝐷𝐞𝐫𝐞 with the rock in his hand. 5 to shoot. Clock is their friend. The law firm, down low, finds his man. It rattles out, and 4 Swedes crash those boards. They weren't giving up another offensive board right there, Vince.
There you go, and 𝐿𝐵𝐼 going down the left side, trying to find some open room. And then Portugal trying to extend his lead as much as possible. A 3 off the mark. 𝐼𝐿𝐵𝐼 with a great offensive board. Coming to the right. As you see to the left, Omari trying to keep it nice and smooth. Opponent can knock down, but then left his man in a great midi-range. This guy is a maestro, orchestrating 2 more points on the board.
Ooh, they needed that as well. So here we go. 3:20 left in the fourth quarter. Game 1, best of 3 between Portugal and Sweden. Quarterfinals. There is no tomorrow if you lose, as we see a huge 3 from the corner there from the Portuguese to push the lead back out to 9. They have got to clamp down on those shots. 𝐼𝐿𝐵𝐼 contested. That was absolutely phenomenal defense right there from Portugal. He's normally money from there, Vince. So here we go, trying to go to double digits. They can! And the N1! The up and under 180 dunk. Refs blow the whistle. They've been letting them play. But here we go, an opportunity to take a 12-point lead in the fourth. Wow.
Now let's see what's going to happen here. Sweden coming down the left side. 𝐿𝐵𝐼 trying to get a little bit more space. They're still in the game. A quick 3, and as soon as he crosses half court, so much confidence. Nothing but net. Great swish.
Woo. Exactly what they're looking for. That's the answer you want, and that's the Swedes rising to the occasion, right? There hasn't been a moment that's been too big for them. Oh, reverse windmill. One-handed dunk. Dominique Wilkins, if he's watching, he's happy at that one. That's going to put a smile on his face.
Magic Johnson can do the same exact move. They're getting tricky with it. They're getting funky with it, and now they're showing some style. 2:18 left in the fourth, and again, if you haven't followed at 𝐒𝐵A, please do it right now, because if you follow at 𝐒𝐵A and also at eFIBA_official and like 3 to the great alley-oop, but then just this a little bit late, you got to be quicker than that. We're doing a giveaway in which you will have a chance to win NBA 2K25. We'll send you the code. We have both versions when it comes to the Europe and also American versions. Only one to be given away per week. We got 3 copies ready for you, but again, 3 of your favorite friends or people just love bowling has to be tagged. Like the post and also follow at FIBA and also at eFIBA_official. Henry joins get into PT Creative. One of the top scorers on Portugal. The Portuguese are trying to dance their way to the finals. Big cross thing right on top, but a foul on the 3, and it's going to be, oh, it's a shot clock violation. Great defense from Sweden.
Yeah, really good defense. Exactly what they needed, but the clock is also your friend if you're Portugal, right? And they know that those 24 seconds, Sweden can't get them back now. They've got to try and work some quick transition buckets. Nearly play as though there's a 12-second shot clock, not a 24. And then clamp up defensively, trying to get back in this one. I like what they're doing. They're trying to work that open shot. There's the pick and roll. Oh, massive rejection right there. Disrespectful. No brain. Salazar at the other end misses. Simon B. Bowling going to go up. Misses. A reprieve right there. Get out of jail free card for the Swedes. Ooh, I can't believe Salazar missed that shot. And that leaves the door open just a little bit with 70 seconds to go in this one.
What did the 5 fingers say to the ball? Slap! That was a great block, but then punt all by himself. A nice little drop step with the two-hander slammer jammer. 59-50. Swedish House Mafia would be proud because these amazing ballers are still fighting and then pleasing the crowd. And let's see if Portugal's going to knock it down, but unable to. Let's go down. Sweden, you still got some time. 3 threes, and you're still in it.
Yeah, and that's what they need now. They got to work exactly like that. Hand in his face. It rims out. Oh, unlucky. I love the shot selection. I like the fact that they got that off in about 4 seconds after getting the ball. Really, really well worked. But you got to make the shots. Time ticking away in this one. Good game management. It is going to be a block. I thought it was a foul for a moment there. Who did it come off, though? Oh, okay, it did come off the Swedes. Really good game management down the stretch here from the Portuguese. And with no shot clock, the clock waved off. Love Amari going to get a double pump. Two-handed dunk right there. 7 seconds. Crazier things have happened. But this is a calm, steady hand of PT Creative on the wheel right now. And there is the law firm. He made it look easy today, didn't he, Vince? 4 3-pointers, I counted. And that is going to end up being the difference in this one. Game 1 going to Portugal.